Hi guys, so awesome to be able to share with you again. This is kind of another part to how the amazing words of Jesus have impacted my life, but also how this vision and these wisdom sessions and the people in this body that we have impacted my life so much. And I was reading a dream the other day, and some words that struck me from it was that which you recognize leads to greater recognition. And, if you see a person or meet them for the first time, you don't know them, you might not recognize any part of them. But on the second meeting or the third meeting, you may start to recognize their face, recognize the sound of their voice. When you spend loads of time hanging out with them all the time and learning from them or talking with them or spending time with them, then even when you're not directly with them, they might not be directly in front of you, or talking at that time, you still have a memory of, you can recall their face, you can recall their voice, you might be able to recall their actions and their teachings and what they are like as a person. And that's like, the more that we hang out together, the more that we learn the words of Jesus, the more time we spend going through the words of Jesus, when we get put in situations in the world that overwhelm us, we would be able to recognize his teachings, we would be able to recognize the truth, and therefore we would be able to actually recognize the lies from the enemy as well and see them for what they are. When we spend time with wise people, with wise men and women of God, and humble women and men of God, we will recognize wisdom when we are out and about, and we'll be able to know wisdom for what it is, we'll be able to know love for what it is, and we'll be able to recognize truth. So the more time we spend with each other, with surrounding yourself with wise and honorable men and women of God, and also with the words of Jesus, the more we will be able to recognize it and know the truth when we see it. The other thing about just this vision and everybody as part of this vision that I just love so much is that it's just cultivated such a culture of honor. It's so encouraging. It's life-giving. It's taught me how to be a heavenly being. I definitely don't always get it right. In fact, a lot of the time I probably don't get it right. But there's a hunger and thirst to get it right. And there's a daily laying down of who I am in my flesh, to hunger after and thirst after righteousness, to seek to be a heavenly being, to seek to be heaven on earth. Because if we want to see heaven on earth, we have to be heaven on earth. So these wisdom sessions and the words of Jesus have taught me more about how to be a river of love and grace and mercy and forgiveness and kindness and peace and wisdom and resources when we can. It's taught me to lay down my free will, like to lay down my life for him, to choose to lay down my life and actually